I'm doing women's rights in the Middle East, and I originally was a skeptic towards any like feminist movements at all, because like I didn't see any need for more female rights, because I thought they basically enjoyed the same rights as men do. But when you look at women on like a global scale, you'll realize like how bad it really is. But I had 3 main points, which I was going to demonstrate. But first was the women activists in Syria, and the second was Saudi Arabian discrimination, and third was Yemen laws and practices, which they're all 3 countries right there in the Middle East, and they're pretty much the hot spots for like women's rights being infringed upon. In Syria, the women are forced into hiding right now. You guys have probably heard a lot of stuff on the news about Syria right now. Their president, Bashar al-Assad, has really cracked down on women. He's imprisoning them, torturing them, and like sending them to unknown locations, so like camps basically. And the world is just kind of standing back and watching this happen. Thousands have been murdered or arrested, disappeared in that country already. And they usually have like a pretty powerful first lady who tries to stand up for women's rights there, and she's even been quieted as well. So it's pretty bad over there. Then in Saudi Arabia, which is a pretty big Middle Eastern country, which the United States can't really tell them what to do because we rely too much on oil. But recently, like, women have been denied the right to even drive vehicles there, and so in protest, a bunch of women tried to get behind a wheel one day and drive, but that was quickly stopped, and like women were beaten and murdered and sent to prison. One woman was sentenced to 10 lashes, so I don't know if you can imagine that, 10 lashes to the back is pretty painful. And none of these women were given fair trials at all, and nobody can stand up for them. And the third one is Yemen, which is kind of a smaller country, but they've had a lot of peaceful protesters lately, and they've been also beaten and killed. The males of the families are even being threatened right now to silence the women in their family to get them to stop protesting. And it's basically the same thing there, but their laws like allow domestic violence. They don't give any rights to women when it comes to like marriage, divorce, inheritance, child custody. They can just get all their money stripped away and their children stripped away, and the law allows it. And it's a part of customary practices that they've done for years, and it's like ingrained in their culture to do that. So it's kind of hard for us to just tell them to change their culture, but we can make them change their laws and their government. What can we do to help? Well, you can go to amnesty.org, which is like a women's rights website, and there's tons of like petitions, letters you can write to like government people in the Middle East. But like the biggest thing is just like informing people. If you can just like inform as many people around you as possible, like, then in numbers people can change what's going on over there. But like I said, our government really can't do anything because we're obligated to stay out of all those Middle Eastern countries. But yeah, the main thing is to inform people. Well, in all these countries in the Middle East, these women aren't even granted like their basic human rights, not just like civil rights, but any human rights in general. They're just denied. And the world just appeases these countries, and we stand back and watch it happen. I think like the women of the world, well, the people of the world, but women specifically should get to enjoy the freedoms and basic rights we have here in the United States. And I think a lot of people don't really know about them. So just try to keep people informed. But yeah, that's, I had a reference list. That's it. Thank you.